Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibrations Spirituality, and I'm here with your new moon in Virgo collective update, along with some information on the nodes. I initially wasn't going to make a recording about this, but I saw that the new moon was at 0 degrees, and it happened yesterday around 2 a.m., I should say. And it's marking a new beginning into our daily routines, our coworkers, our human manifestations in reality, and how we experience things as human, our pets, and also our health. Those are the main things that Virgo rules. Its planetary rulers are Mercury and Chiron. It's an earth sign, it's a feminine sign, a negative polarity, and its constellation is the Virgin. I feel like that I am probably one of the best people to tell you the information about this, and when we talk about the north and south nodes as well, because that axis right now is in Virgo and Pisces, I have a 28 degree Virgo rising. My Saturn return happened in my 6th house of Virgo, ruled by Pisces. And another fun fact, I have a 0 degrees sun in Cancer. So a lot of these energies and that 0 degree sign I understand. And so it's important that we take with us what I'm going to share with you today, because we're going to do the educational segment on the north and south nodes after I'm done, so that way you guys have a really good stopping point so you can learn and use this to integrate into your daily life. This is, with the new moon, a new beginning in everything that I just told you about Virgo energy, but also those parts and aspects and personality traits of Virgo about being analytical, being more in the mind, healing, understanding your own wounds, your daily routine, how this will, in a way, make you feel, because this is a new moon. And Virgos can be very, very, very analytical. They can be very detail oriented. They know how to organize things. They're clean for the most part. Like, their houses are clean, their appearance is usually clean. There's not a hair out of sight or out of place, and even if it is, they somehow manage to make it work. And the part, like, those are the really positive parts of Virgo too. They're very goal oriented in a way. They like to achieve their goals. They will do the physical work until they're run down, and even if they do, they trudge through it, which is really great. And they're known for being workaholics, and they're known for helping others. They are usually the people who are going to give you unsolicited advice when you don't want it and how to fix it, and it can be very honest and true, and sometimes it don't want to face that truth. So sometimes, I guess my advice would be, if you're looking for somebody just to listen to you, a Virgo is not going to be that person, because they're going to make you feel like everything that you've been doing is wrong. And it's coming from a good place, and that's the thing. If you know a Virgo, or you know somebody who has a Virgo stellium, they will overanalyze, rip your shit apart, and keep thinking and thinking and thinking and turning the wheel to try and find a good solution, and trying to find something to figure out. And that's a Virgo for you. It's opposite of Gemini, where Gemini is all about talking, speaking, and having that verbal communication, where Virgo is more of that intellectual mindset. They're very smart people. This is about yourself. This isn't about anybody else. This is something about Virgo energy that I love, is because it's all about you, your soul, your healing journey. And in tarot, Virgo rules the Hermit. So with that being said, and getting that energy and feeling what I just told you, how is this new beginning happening for you? Because at 0 degrees, this means that we have never stepped foot. We don't have any experience in this. We don't know maybe emotionally where to begin. And this is in every aspect of that Virgo energy that I have just spoken about for the last 5 minutes. Okay? New beginnings with coworkers, pets, daily routines, being human, health. So we're seeing this new beginning, and this means that you may have new coworkers or new things that you are experiencing at work in your daily routines and things that you do not know how to begin anew. Maybe something happened with the company. Maybe you have a health condition that you can't figure out what's going on, or you need to be put on a new medication, or you're trying to realize that you need to do your own healing. But it's like, what do I do to take that next step to make this happen? And so it's very hard, because with that 0 degrees at times, it's like, I know that I want this. I know that I need to do this. I know that I can do this, and I'm willing to physically put the work in, and I'm analyzing shit down to the bone, and I'm, getting into it, and I'm willing to get up early and do all these things. And it's like, okay, but then how do you continue to keep that? So Spirit's advice to me was, when I asked a little bit about it, is to bring in this new beginning and understanding that maybe you don't have all the answers just yet. And maybe it's time to clear these things out that don't fit anymore, or to move and flow with the changes. And I know it sounds very generic, but it's almost if to taking in that feminine energy to understand to take care of yourself and to kind of clear out the emotional closets. And I see right now that some of us have maybe moved into that new beginning, but some of us are looking back to the past and haven't really let the past go. And that's another part of this that Spirit wants us to take. So I hope that part about the new moon coming in helps with that, because I want you guys to start there. I don't want you guys to be fully jumping in just yet. I want you guys to be able to, as you can kind of see, like you could hear the Virgo energy in my voice, in my mind, how my mind's working. That is Virgo energy. So how are you dealing with this? What can you do to make these things better? How can I change up my daily routine? What changes do I need to make? How do I make these changes? What do I physically need to do to make this change? Do I need to let go of eating sugar to make myself feel better? Those are those kinds of things, okay, that we need to maybe just about take that new step and feel it through about what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Where are you being called to take better care of yourself in regards to setting boundaries with coworkers and new beginnings and working with other people and your pets? And maybe your pets need something. Maybe some of you have gotten a new pet, or gotten new ways and had to take care of your animals a little bit different. So I want you guys to sit with that. Now, as for the nodes have been in Pisces and Virgo for almost about a year now. We have another, I would say a little less than a year, but we have about another year and a half. I think the nodes will go into Aquarius and Leo as of July, end of July next year. So we have about a year left of this energy. And so what the North and South nodes are, these are kind of, I don't exactly know, they're not asteroids, but it's almost like a polarity that is by the moon, around the moon's axis. And the tale or the myth behind it is that the North Node and the South Node create a dragon, where the tail of the dragon is the, I can't remember if it's the South or the North Node, but essentially it's almost as if that symbolism of a dragon. It's very karmic. It tells me what your past lives or your last past life, or tells me about your past lives. And it is also the soul education, or the soul, literal soul, path that your soul has gained wisdom from over these lifetimes. It's very deep. And so these shift every year and a half. And what happens is we have solar eclipses and lunar eclipses in these signs for a year and a half. And you are put on the path in which you were supposed to be on. So for the past 6 to 8 months, you guys have been dealing with this energy and being drawn and brought into what you need to fully change, fully let go of in regard to Virgo and Piscean energy and where it is in your chart. usually when we don't honor these changes, it's for our soul alignment, it's for our parts of us to kind of wake up and put ourselves in us, not anybody else, for us to be in full alignment with where our soul needs to be. And usually this comes with a lot of big and significant change. With that being said, like I said in the beginning, this is happening full moon in Pisces on the 7th, or lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th, partial eclipse on the 21st of September in Virgo. So whatever you are dealing with now with this new moon in Virgo is going, and the changes that you need to make and understanding those changes that you need to make them throughout the month. See where you need to work on this. See what needs to come. See what needs to go. And the best way that I can explain this is Pisces rules my 6th house. We're having a lunar eclipse in 2 weeks. I have been feeling for the past 4 months or so, there is just some things in my daily routine that need to change. I need to set more boundaries. I need to start getting up on time because Saturn's there and it's running over Saturn for me. So I need to be a little bit more on my game. And so, for example, I'm sitting here like, oh man, I got to get up earlier. I want my makeup to be done in the morning when I go to work. Okay, well, guess what, Demi? That means you got to get up and be a little bit more disciplined. You need to change your daily habits. You're eating too much sugar. Okay, here we go. And then these are mass, because Pisces is a cycle of completion. That means that I need to let this go. And like I said, Saturn's going back into Pisces. So for me, this means that I need to review my daily habits, get rid of the bad habits, start the new habits. Then on top of that, the new moon, this new moon, and this a partial eclipse, this is a new beginning in my 12th house, which Virgo rules my 12th house. So this is something where I need to do soul healing. I need to understand that there is major cycles of completion happening around me in my physical reality, and that my soul needs to heal, and that there is shit that I am no longer tolerating. And you can hear it in my voice because I am feeling it through. And this is what I want you guys to do. This has been things that have been, once again, you can feel eclipses up to 6 months before, 6 months after, and it intensifies as we get closer. So feel these things through, right? Massive cycles of completion with Pisces. Pisces rules the dreams, sleep, soul, etc. Like we talked about. Peace. Peace. This is something that you guys have been wanting. We've all been wanting peace. We've all been wanting to close out major chapters and cycles. And I think I talked about this in the Neptune retrograde, and along with the Saturn retrograde. This is major cycles of completion coming to an end. This is the end of something. You're going to continue to see this. So we will have another set of eclipses in Pisces season. It will be a new moon in Pisces, or a solar eclipse in Pisces, with a lunar eclipse in Virgo. So you're seeing new beginnings and new endings in these phases of life and parts of life up until next season. Partially depending on when the nodes move, we might have a new, like a solar eclipse or something, or a lunar eclipse in Pisces or Virgo coming into that season next year. It just depends. So I want you guys to understand that, okay? And I will make the videos or the recordings, and I will post this as we kind of move through with this, okay? So I hope that this resonated with you, and until next time, namaste.